cases. The reason why I make a lot of these videos is because they really want to paint me in certain ways. And on top of that, as they paint me this way, they tell me how they're going to frame me with a chop. Right? It's crazy. They really are just... honestly, they're lucky I'm not like... I don't have this like killing state of mind. I'm not like an aggressive kind of person. So it really takes a lot more for me to get to that point. But I know if they do this thing to the wrong person, they will not be alive. And they do that in person, they're just pushing somebody to kill. And they think they're fierce remotely until when they try to do these things in person. The energy shifts really quickly. Really quickly. It's like it just dawns on them like reality is, oh shit. And for me, I don't want to be anybody who does anything harmful to anybody, but I reassure you, this one thing I will not allow these clowns is to think that they can do this with no consequences. If they signed up for that and they want to behave like that in front of me, it's going to come at a cost. Let that be not real for them until they try it. I know these things I say sounds threatful, but it's truly the reality of things. If I was involved in the things they do, I keep telling somebody, we're gonna frame you. I'm gonna have a child pretend to she's getting raped and this and that. We're killing you, and then I see him in person, and he has an energy that's matching what I was saying. And I tell him that and I'm involved in something that is clearly rewiring him. Make him think that this is just something like, and he or she are fully aware of what this is about. And on top of that, I was like, no, that's not true. We're gonna frame you with children. And I see him in person, or see her in person, I would expect something to happen, because I know what I'm doing. These clowns, they don't think so. They think that so I'm like, don't worry, you'll see in person if you try. It's okay. Sometime in life, some people need to understand things in certain ways. And I have no problem doing that. And so, for me, when they try to gaslight me in person, I've been warning them, step by step. You say all these bad things are going to happen to me, and you think I'm going to just let that fly? Okay. Now, okay, you're here. Please behave the way you're behaving. These clowns are so delusional to think I will ever identify with this. And I love the fact they use some stupidity of some sort. It's okay. They're just charging me up for the crashing out. What you're seeing here, it's a like video. This guy just goes to people and asks them about their watches, from the fancier ones to the non-fancier one. This looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not a watch person. I mean, let me just say this. I don't care about buying expensive watches. I actually don't like expensive watches. I don't think they're nice. But I do like accessories, and I do like, how some watches look. And so he goes through, he goes and asks people what they wear, and it's interesting. Just everyday citizen, like everyday people, right? Just not any like wealthy or anybody, he sees on the street. Some of them are rich, some of them are not. And so there was this girl here. He's asking his watch, asking what watch she's wearing, right? And honestly, in me, I start feeling something weird, like a feeling, a sensation. But I don't care. It's like she looked like just a typical like young adult with a nice watch. That's why he usually asks, right? You can see that that's all the type of people he asks. And then the more I'm looking at it, she looks young. And listen, I've looked at young adults in a sexual way, of course, like everybody else. Like, everybody have seen young adults. But I realized, oh my gosh, she's actually not looking the way I thought she was looking initially. It's just, I don't know. The way I perceived her changed. And after I just realized, oh, okay, this is because they're playing with me. I didn't even realize it because I'm like, at this point, she's, as long as she's an adult, I don't care. So my alert is not high. I was like, okay, well, I've looked at a young adult in sexual way before, so like sometimes I don't realize when they do it, because when they do it to young adults, there's been times when I've looked at a 20-some-year-old in like it's so my alarm is not really high there. But I just realized it later. When I'm looking at her, the more I look at her, it's like, oh, actually, well, not, but let's just say that I would not perceive her like this if I was just naturally me. But I didn't realize I was being manipulated. And yeah, she's young. She's a young adult. She says she's still a student, and she also has a ice cream shop. Now the guy asked her, "Are you a student? Or are you working already?" She's like, "I'm a student." Now, clearly, when she says student, she's talking about college student, right? And they're like, yeah, student. Yeah, no, like a high school student. And they're like, yeah, not real. Let me just tell you how stupid they want me to be. I'm in a train in New York City. There's this like PSA thing. And there's this girl talking about the danger, I think of, I don't know, if drugs or something like that. She sounds really young and she's a student. She's clearly a high school student. She's like, yeah, don't do drugs, it kills, I'm a student, my name is this and that. And they're like, you see, she's a student. This girl is a student. That means she's a high school student. Like, it's the stupidity I'm dealing with. Because the person on this PSA about drugs is a high school student. They want me to think that this person talk about her watch is a high school student. This is the level of stupidity my brain is being forced to think. And they like start being like, oh yeah, we're young, we're gonna, it's these dumb fuckers. Taking video, this is the stupidity I'm forced to have, this level of thinking process. They're using this PSA announcer about drugs, this student, whatever her name was, talk about the danger of drugs and saying she's a student to make me think that this person, because she says she's a student, she means the same like she's a high school student, because the person in the PSA is an obvious high school student. This is the correlation here. I am being retarded by these people. I'm being mentally retarded. I gotta say, what I just say sounds mentally retarded. I know. Let me just say, there's people enforcing this stupidity, and those people, a lot of those people are most of them right now are childlike individual. This is what I'm saying. Like, they're gonna send these kids into a suicide mission. Meaning they're gonna behave a certain way. And I say mission, they're like, oh, remember me. Meaning what they're gonna put these kids into, there's no going back. They're gonna think that this stupidity is something worth dying for. Target individual, stay strong. This is the stupidity of being a target individual. The way we're being manipulated is just that retarded. These clowns think I'm gonna allow them to be this retarded in front of me. Target individual, stay strong.